Hello and assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk, where you will be getting all the latest news and happenings in the world of sports. So today I'm joined with a familiar face, Saad. Saad, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And today we are joined by two new faces. We have Haris and Talha joining us from Toronto. So guys, welcome.
Thanks
Thank
very
you
much.
for having us.
Glad to be here.
So finally, cricket is finally resumed. The West Indies and England, they finally started, and the West Indies really dominated today's day. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think the West Indies they played really well today, especially their bowling, led by their captain Jason Holder. And his six wickets and Gabriel's 4 wickets. Bundling England for 200 really was the story of the day, and then the fact that they went almost 20 overs by just losing 1 wicket and scoring 50 runs. I think they'll be very happy with the performance so far.
Yeah,
No
nobody
doubt.
was expecting the West Indies to play that well, and they just completely ripped off their batting.
I mean, the conditions were always one where, when you constantly are playing in Southampton, you'll often find that bounce is huge on those pitches over there, especially for taller bowlers who are able to get it fuller, which is why, first of all, I think England missed the trick with dropping Broad in this game, but Jason Holder really showed that he was able to hit a length where usually you see those tall guys not able to hit the stumps consistently, but for him to keep doing that, reviewing as well as he did, and constantly asking questions of the batsman, really changed the game around.
He's really showing why he's the number one ranked bowler. Like, he was hitting a consistent all-rounder. He was hitting a consistent length, and he said that he wants to score 100 to go with this sixer as well.
Well, that might be a little out there, but overall, I think England in general really lucky to even score 200. I think they should have been all out for like 150, maybe even 170 the way they were batting. As Ben Stokes, he was lucky to even made 40. He got dropped twice in there. Yeah. So if you take away that score, England barely have 200. And as a team that ranks among the best in Tests batting, without Joe Root, they're showing how much they're struggling as a team right now.
To be honest, it was a quite classical England inning where the top order fails to score and then the middle order and lower order really saved them. I think it was 40 from Stokes, 30 from Butler and Best. Yeah. Without them, they'd be in a whole lot of trouble. So they were very lucky to get to 200.
Exactly.
Aamir bhai, kya kehte hain? Return of cricket finally?
Return of cricket finally, yes. बहुत ही सनसनी खेज था पहले दिन तो जो स्टार्ट हुआ ब्लैक लाइफ मैटर का जो उन्होंने डेमोन्स्ट्रेट किया सपोर्ट दैट वाज रियली बट फिर बारिश की नज़र हो गया गेम ज़्यादा नहीं हो पाया लेकिन जो कम बैक किया वेस्ट इंडीज नेक्स्ट डे इट वाज अमेजिंग इट वाज सम जेन्युइन फास्ट बॉलिंग starting from Gabriel and then taken over by Jason Holder. Amazing bowling. मुझे लगा था कि बीच में थोड़ा सा पैडल से पाँव उठा लिया लेकिन जेसन होल्डर ने जिस तरह उसको इंग्लैंड की बैटिंग को टफ टाइम दिया आई थिंक इट्स अमेजिंग और क्रिकेट के लिए बहुत अच्छा है बहुत सारे लोगों ने देखा भी होगा मैच मैं यूजुअली टेस्ट मैचेस इतने ज़्यादा देखता नहीं हूँ फॉलो ज़रूर करता हूँ स्कोर कार्ड लेकिन मैंने भी इस दफ़ा पूरा बैठ के मैच देखा है
और one hidden I think gem of the bowling Kemar Roach he bowled 19 overs and he only gave away 41 runs and he really kept the pressure from one end for the other bowlers to strike from the other.
Kemar's really been the spearhead of the team since he's come back really in the last 3 years. He's been about sub 20 as bowling average. He's cut down his pace, but he's made himself just so much more deadly by his variations in length now, really working out the batsman much better than he used to, right? Before it was sheer pace, try to rip through the guys, but he's become a much smarter bowler now, and he can be proud to really spearhead at the lineup even without the wickets.
That's what he said. He said that I'm a way better bowler now, bowling 130 and 135 than I was before. And he's hitting a consistent line and length. Before, with all his pace, I think he was really inconsistent with his bowling, but now he's been really consistent. And this West Indies bowling attack is underrated because I guess people don't rate them as high as like India or Australia, but I guess their fast bowling unit is pretty solid and balanced.
I think because I think this time around they were very focused. They even जो उन्होंने opener को out किया Sibley को. Gabriel gave him like 3 deliveries on the leg side and 1 delivery on the offside that came in. So he set him up for disaster, right? So I think they use their bowler, their pace, 90 plus miles an hour, ball pretty fast pace. और आई थिंक जैसे मेरे ख्याल में हारिस ने बोला कि स्टुअर्ट ब्रॉड को नहीं लिया किसी वजह से, that was a miss that England had on the squad. So I think उसका फ़ायदा उठाना चाहिए था, जो कि मिस किया आई गेस. और थोड़ा सा लकी भी रहा है, वेस्ट इंडियन ओपनर 2 दफ़ा आउट दिया, दोनों दफ़ा रिव्यू ले लिया, and got out in the third time. He was not lucky. He took a review, but he was not lucky enough. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि इंटरेस्टिंग टेस्ट मैच होगा जिस हिसाब से स्टार्ट चल रही है.
वेस्ट इंडीज कभी पता नहीं है कि वो एक दिन में एक सेशन में भी कोलैप्स कर सकते हैं.
वो भी हो सकता है.
Their bowling is definitely their stronger suit.
Jafra Archer मुझे थोड़ा सा लगा कि he is not really into it for some odd reason. He was not really hitting the length, I think. Jimmy Anderson one end आप देखेंगे उसको off cutters, like swing bowling, but Jafra Archer was not to the mark.
Yeah. And they're coming back after a long break, so I guess you have to take that in mind. But Mark Wood bowled a good spell towards the end.
Yeah.
I think Shai Hope played it out really well.
Yeah. I mean, you don't consistently see guys bowling in the mid-90s as often as they do, so you can see Mark Wood was back, ready for it. Had that over where it was like 94, 95, 95, 94.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. I mean, that's where Stuart Broad is. I mean, yes, he's missed out, but it's not because Mark Wood, right? He had 9 wickets coming into this to beat South Africa in that last test match, got man of the match there, so he deserves a spot. It's just kind of hard to see where exactly you fit Broad in this lineup.
And he was like dropped for the first time in 8 years, I think.
Yeah.
But England, I think it was about time that someone exposed their batting lineup. It's a pretty fragile batting line, honestly. Getting past their top order, you can really dismiss them unless Stokes or someone like sticks up. Even we saw in the Ashes and in previous series. And I think like if you're looking at the Pakistan series that's taking place in August, they can also take advantage of their fragile top order with Naseem and Shaheen.
Yeah, it's happened quite a lot in the past. Even when they went to New Zealand recently, their top order was exposed, and that really affects the morale of the whole team. We've seen players like Johnny Bairstow and Moeen Ali get dropped, but in reality, they're coming in when it's 60 for 5 or 70 for 5, and they have to sort out the mess that the top order can't handle. So England really need to sort this out because this is happening for a very long time. They haven't found any proper openers since Cook has left. They've been shuffling. Keenan Jennings had a go. Mark Storman had a go. Now Rory Burns kind of looks settled. Dom Simley's kind of new, so they're giving chances, but they're really not sorted in the top order as of yet.
Yeah.
I think बैटिंग लाइनअप में एवरेज अगर आप लगाएं टेस्ट मैचेस, आई थिंक किसी ने भी 14 से ज़्यादा जो है जो टॉप 4 बैट्समैन है उन्होंने किसी ने भी 14 से ज़्यादा मैचेस नहीं खेले. So I think it's a fairly new setup for them as well. And yes, English board actually gave chances to these young lads to do something on the field, I guess, to make their space in the test team, but they failed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not often you get 6 tests in 7 weeks that England's going to have, right? So they can take the opportunity to pretty much try everyone, shuffle in and out. And
yeah,
I mean, I was talking to Talha about this earlier. There's just, in terms of opening worldwide at the moment, we're seeing a dearth. It's just openers in general since Alistair Cook is gone has been really struggling. Like you'll have guys who do well at home, David Warner, but really outside of say like Tom Latham, it's just kind of been a barren field. So we need some quality opening in the world in general right now.
yeah.
No one is really solid in test matches right now. But I think if the West Indies can put on like 100-run lead at least, they'll be in the driving seat of this game.
Yeah, I think 100. I think they might look for 100 to 150. But I think the key thing tomorrow morning would be when Shai Hope and Brathwaite come out. I think those two might be their best batsmen. I think Shai Hope is their best batsman, and he needs to really play through. And the last time he was in England, he played really well. There was one test where he hit a century in both innings. So if he can play through tomorrow with a bit of help from the other end, I think they could possibly get a lead of 100, 150.
Yeah, and Roston Chase, another good player, and Jason Holder as well. I mean, he's really shown that he has a batting ability as well. Yeah. England's going to have to fight hard tomorrow. So, with all the new regulations and things like that, even like Sky Sports, they added like a crowd
Yeah, the background
sound
noise.
effects in the middle, so you don't really feel the quietness.
The background noise is interesting actually because it's not that loud. It's like an ambient sound. You know when you go to sleep, you have the
Yeah.
white noise in the background. That's exactly how it felt. It was just there. It's kind of
It
weird,
makes
but
a big difference.
yeah.
Like in the PSL, it was like completely quiet, and like you could hear everything.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I'd rather they just turn the stump mic up and we hear some trash talk, but I guess they want more sound noise than that.
PG rated.
Yeah.
But speaking of like the fact that they added new regulations, one of the new regulations they added was the 3 reviews, and that proved to like be a very good decision because obviously they're not neutral umpires at the moment. They're both umpires are from England, and just from today we saw 5 wrong decisions go against West Indies, 3 when they were bowling, and then 2 obviously, as Aman mentioned, of Campbell. So the fact that West Indies got 5 decisions against them. I mean, it's probably just unlucky. I think even umpires haven't been in the game for so long, so even their gut decisions might be wrong here or there. But I think 5 wrong decisions in one day against the same team, I think it's quite shocking. And maybe IC needs to look at it. Maybe neutral umpires are the way to go. But obviously, because of the circumstances at the moment, it's tough.
If you're accommodating so many players, maybe you can accommodate a few umpires there as well.
Maybe. So I remember Quick Info had this article, I think a few weeks ago, that showed you like the umpire percentage of errors based on DRS and how often they get overturned. Most elite umpires were like at 70%, so to 70 to 80%. So I don't think it matters between the neutral and the home umpires in general. They're being overturned or they're incorrect at times. So
I mean, even look at Jason Holder taking some of those reviews. He didn't seem the most confident himself, right? It's just one of those where, like, sometimes you feel the bounce is going up where it's like, yeah, you know, it could be, but they said he was just hitting such a perfect length that it was pretty much hitting the top of off, good enough to not be a clipping. So it was just luck like that.
Exactly. Butler was adjusted inside, and a lot of people were against his selection. Do you think that he was a proper choice for this test?
Well, I think Butler, in terms of if they had to choose between Johnny Bairstow and Butler, because they're doing the rotation between ODI side and Test side, right? So I think having Butler and having Bairstow on the ODI side is more beneficial for them in terms of England's development and everything versus having Butler. Or just for they'll found someone else in the future, but they haven't found a backup keeper yet. So Butler is like the primary choice. I don't think he deserved a test spot personally, but if they had to go between Bairstow and Butler, I would go with Butler.
Yeah, it's funny because Bairstow was like a really important player in their test team a few years ago, and now he can't find a spot in there.
Yeah, I think another option was Ben Fowkes. He was, I personally would have gone with Ben Fowkes because they've played them, I think, in 5 tests, all outside of home. 3 in Sri Lanka where he was man of the series, and then 2 in West Indies. And then they dropped him to make space for Butler and Bairstow. And now both of these players are struggling with form in the test matches. So I would have gone with Ben Fowkes, give him a chance at home. His averages for the national team are very good. He's also performed a lot in the previous years. So I would have gone with Ben Fowkes. But I think the fact that Josh Butler is playing as a vice captain might have made a difference. The fact that they're also without Root, the leadership and the senior capabilities that Butler has might be the reason he's playing.
Exactly, because that's a young squad overall, and then Butler would be the most experienced or second most experienced. And then the problem is the selectors have Butler as the impact player, so they always have that faith that Butler will be the impact player that comes in number 6 or 7, and they need him there, right? That's their mentality, and that's how they've been going at it since the World Cup, and that's how they believe in Butler. So that's why they have Butler in the squad always as the impact player.
Yeah, and I think part of it is just him doing justice to his own talent, because the level of player that he is, he definitely should be averaging more than he is at this point. And I mean, to me, Josh Butler is an automatic selection, whether it be as a batsman as on itself or as a keeper. But the problem is his numbers right now aren't doing justice to that, where I think this 6 tests, these next little games are going to be incredibly important for him, because he could either make himself a fixture in the test squad, or it could be like Owen Morgan, where it pretty much becomes like, all right, you're not going to be in our test squad. You get your run on ODI ones. You're going to be important and key there, but now we're moved on as far as tests is concerned. But I do think he has a lot to offer on that. I mean, even today, that innings, yes, he got out where at 35, but I mean, you could see he was putting the acceleration. He was taking Shannon Gabriel off his length. Some of the shots he was hitting were just like, wow, the drives, he knew exactly where to go, especially the ones outside off would be going strong at those. the ones on, he was defending well. So it's all just, in my mind, a mental block that Butler needs to get by because he's a really important player for England.
Yeah, and looking at their options right now with a really fragile team and in test matches, and they don't really know who to play. So experienced Butler really needs to step up at this point. Broad, like if you're just brought into the side into the upcoming next test, actually, which bowler would you play him for? Because I think their fast bowling unit is really good. Wilkes, Archer, all of these guys, and a lot of them aren't playing right now either. So who are you going to play Broad for?
I think it's a tough one. I think because of the conditions, you would like to have someone who swings the ball, especially because in England, from like previous experience, I know when the cricket season starts off in late April and May, so by the time it gets to Test match cricket in June and July, like we're in July right now, and it's going to continue to August, pitches usually slow down. They offer a bit less swing because they've been used so much. But because the cricket season hasn't started till now, most of the pitches, even for next series, are just going to be green, where it helps the bowlers a lot, especially swing bowlers like Broad, who can nip it in and nip it away. So him being in the squad will really help England. But the bowling lineup that they have at the moment is so strong that you don't know who to drop to make space for him.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it could even be a rare thing where if conditions are not suiting the spinners, you could even see a situation where someone like Dom Bess gets dropped to be able to get that extra pacer. And if you're finding that is where the conditions are taking you at this point, because obviously with Joe Root also not being there, you pretty much have no spin options, so you're essentially forced to bowl Dom Bess as much as possible, right? But yeah, between that and Mark Wood not having a good test, Broad's probably going to miss out a couple of them. But it's an embarrassment of riches. England should be happy that they have that rotation policy. Really, better to have that than not.
But I think in Old Trafford they're gonna have to play Dom Bess. They need the spinning option. Yeah.
And also,
Broad is such a consistent performer for them that I think they're gonna have to find a way to get him into the team at some point.
I think Broad की performance, the last performance, I think against South Africa, and he was the leading wicket taker for England. I'm not sure why he was dropped, to be honest. Maybe giving Jimmy Anderson was back from his injury and he wanted to play. I think he
got the best conditions to bowl today too.
but I think Stephen Broad he does deserve a chance in this team. I don't know. Jeff, to be honest, मुझे लगता है जाफर आर्चर की जगह शायद खिला लें वो उसको अगर जाफर आर्चर does not deliver in this test match.
आज तो लग रहा था कि काफी rusty है जाफर आर्चर.
Yeah.
Like he was completely off. लेकिन अब तो it's gonna get tougher to bowl. Forecast says कि अब sunny होगा और wickets gonna dry out. तो अगर West Indies आज खेल गई है the toughest part and light because of bad light तो उनको थोड़ी help मिल गई है. I think they'll be if they can play out in the sun, then I guess bowl कोई भी नहीं रोक सकता उन्हें. Anderson, Archer कोई भी.
It's only been 20 overs, so you can't judge Jofra Archer and them all based on one spell, one rusty spell.
Yeah,
if you want to say that. I mean, they'll put a game in, so they'll easily get back. Because Archer is, like we said, an impact player. There's a reason they wanted him in the squad even before the World Cup. Like, we need to have Jofra Archer in the team. That was a big issue.
Yeah. He's the X factor.
Exactly. So there's a reason that they have so much faith in him. He gets wickets. He has 5-wicket hauls already in Test matches, so he knows he picks up wickets. So I'd say give him one more session. Give him another. He'll get his wickets. It won't be an issue. I don't think Broad is won't be in this series unless one of them get injured.
Yeah, I think because they're playing so many Test matches so frequently, I think it's like 6 Test matches in 7.5 weeks. At some point, I think they're going to rest Jimmy Anderson. Obviously, he's quite old. So whenever that happens, Stuart Broad, I think, will be ahead of Chris Wokes because they're a very similar bowler. Wokes just has a bit more pace, but when Anderson's bowling, especially in green tracks, he can bundle a team out for 100, as we've seen in the past. So he's probably going to be a first choice even if there's an injury, he's going to be first choice. Or if they want to rest anyone, he'll be first choice to come back in the squad.
Yeah. And I don't think pace does matter that much on English pitches. It's basically the accuracy and how you set the batsman up. That's all that matters. I think that's where Jason Holder made a difference. He was very, very accurate on what he was doing. That's why, three caught behinds, one after the other, That was amazing bowling.
West Indies is great fielding as well too. Like that was not the impact. They were on point in the field too. Like Dowie took some great catches behind the stumps.
Yeah.
There were good slip catches as well. So it was a whole team effort. You could see that they were prepared and ready to attack.
That's-
I can't say about this series, but I think the upcoming Pakistan series, I think Wokes will play. Looking at his record, and he really troubles the Pakistani batsmen if you pull up all the test matches. Like he ran through the lineup in a few innings, I remember.
Yeah.
But fast forwarding, I know like we talk about the Windy series. What do you guys think? Do you think this Pakistan team is capable of taking on England and winning a series, or how do you guys see things?
I think
mean,
Anyone answer?
I mean, look, there's no doubt that it's all about coming onto there. First of all, what are we finding out about these darn COVID tests where every second day someone is finding out negative? So who's actually going to be playing on the final 11? But, I mean, as far as talent level is concerned, I mean, look, if this West Indies team can be doing what they are, there's no doubt that Pakistan team coming in is a more talented squad coming through, right? With, I mean, look, you have batsmen who have a lot to prove as far as their consistent overseas records concerned. For instance, I mean, if you're talking about top order here, Sean Masood, who's actually made his comeback, has been quite consistent actually since he's come back. Had a good series in South Africa, had a good series in Australia, has averaged around 40 since he came back. So that's actually provided some solidity, and that's allowed for someone like Babar Azam to not have to come in right up front or have to deal with the new ball as much. Those kind of things are going to be incredibly important. So just like West Indies now got through their tough session here, to give Shea Hope a little bit more time in the middle, some of their more stronger middle order batsmen who may not be as good against the new ball. To me, that's where it's going to come down to. If our top order can be good enough to allow for the middle order to come in softened up, that's going to help because our bowling is always going to put us in the game.
And
So
I also
I'll just give a little welcome to Farrukh Bhai, who has joined us late today.
All right. Thank you, guys. Sorry, I was just stuck in a meeting and I was listening to you guys. This program looks like really professional, man. It has to be like a little bit light enough. You guys do all your really professional comments and all that. Thank you. Thanks, Talha. Thanks, Harith.
Anytime, Farrukh bhai.
Good. Yeah. So did Arsalan join or no?
He came for like a little bit and disappeared.
Oh, for a little bit. Okay.
He keeps disappearing.
Disappearing.
Yes,
Okay.
Saad, continue. I think you were saying something.
Yeah,
Sure.
about the part where our batting really needs to step up. Sean Masood, like Har said, he's done really well. But if you look around the team, like Awad Ali is quite new. He made his debut against Sri Lanka, so he's going to be tested in England where the ball swings. And Azhar Ali, let's be honest, he didn't perform well against South Africa away from home. He did not perform well against Australia away from home. He did score 100 against Sri Lanka again, but we have to be really honest with ourselves. He's going to be tested in these conditions. We know it's going to swing. It's going to do a bit off the pitch. As a captain, he's going to have to step up and he really hold the team together. We know Babar Azam has the quality in him, and even when we came last year, 4 years ago, I think, he scored a 60 before he got injured. So he's going to have to really play as now he's one of the most senior batsmen in the team, alongside Asad Shafiq as well, who always just gets 50s here and there, and he's going to have to score hundreds if we're going to want to win the series. And then those five really, our top five have to score a lot of the runs for us to stay in this series.
Saad, you missed out on Aram's favorite.
Misham Fawad Alam, it's his series. I'm telling you, Fawad Alam's turn.
He's gonna.
Yeah, I hope Fawad Alam scores. Hopefully he gets fit. You never know with Misbah. I think he's already planning some ways.
नहीं पहले इफ्तिखार को खिलाएंगे.
Yeah,
He will get picked. Har Sohail isn't there. Fawad Alam has to get picked. If he doesn't get picked, something's wrong.
I think Misbah's already coming up with ideas of how not to play him. Maybe play Raheem Ashraf and go with 5 bowlers and give the excuse that we're playing 3 test matches in 3 weeks. Our bowlers need rest. Or
But I think full-fledged bowling attack से ही Pakistan खेलेगा. I don't think they are going to drop any bowlers.
Like Abbas, Shaheen, Naseem, Yasir. Those are the 4. And Naseem or Shadab maybe if they want to put a 5th bowler. But in Old Trafford, I think you need to play Shadab and Yasir. if Yasir को अगर as a bowler हम मानते भी हैं because recently तो he's been bowling just Yasir Shah
Yasir bhai is struggling very badly.
really bad.
Yeah. And I think yesterday or today he put out a comment about his batting as well. He said, if I could score 100 in Adelaide, I could score one in England. I think, I mean,
He's focusing on the wrong thing.
He's focusing on, yeah.
Like he's getting the Vernon Philander belly, and I'm not liking it.
Too many parathas at home. Man.
Oh man, it's honestly it's between him and Shadab. I don't necessarily see us playing two spinners in the conditions. It's going to be one of those where I have a feeling Shadab may be actually seen as being above him at the moment, even though Yasir Shah had a great series last time around in England. But it's just one of those where that tour match that's going to happen, we're going to get to see a little bit about whether against Northampton he can get a little bit of form back. But I don't know, Yasir's been struggling. He's going to be really, really pushing this tour.
But keeping in mind, there's only 2 venues, and by the time Pakistan is playing, I think the pitches will be a bit worn out and maybe dried up as well. So I think in Manchester, they're going to have to play 2 spinners.
Yeah,
And I guess there's a comment, Nasser is saying, Aamir bhai, I like the new haircut.
Yeah, like we have a competition going on. Arham and Aamir has a competition for the poster boy for. So Arham has to get a haircut now, and Aamir has, right. So
Arham got a haircut before me actually. I just
Yeah.
got in today.
I got it the first day they opened up
and
Ontario.
Talha and Haris, there is a thing in sports stand. Like, you talk about haircut and you out for the next program.
I'm
Yeah,
not
like-
saying anything.
Yeah, look at me,
Kabhi Saad baal bhi katwa raha.
Farrukh bhai has the best haircut, I think.
Yeah. Aerodynamic.
Yeah. So let's,
But
let's talk a little bit about the local cricket, right? We have the 3 superstars of local cricket here. Haris Kirmani, Talha, and Aamir. Haris and Talha played for Rambler for a long, long time, right? I don't know how many years.
19 now. Yeah.
19 years, wow.
I was,
19.
16 before I switched. Now I'm in Dolphins.
Yeah, you're Dolphins now. Okay. That's good. No, like I know these guys way before is their uncle Safarat Ali Kirmani, one of the amazing athlete and cricketer I know from the childhood. He played for Zone 4, Karachi under 19 colleges, and great player. He was friends with Rashid Latif, Laik, Athar Laik, all those, and they all have very high regard for them. But I think he left left the country for work and everything. He couldn't just go through. But they used to live in the same street as Saeed Anwar, so they're a good friend with Saeed Anwar too. And when I saw Talha, like he is like pretty much a copy of Safarat because you're off spinner, right? Almost same height, and so it reminds me. But I never saw Talha batting. But Safarat was an amazing batsman. Really stylish batsman. From the very childhood, I remember with the tennis ball and with the heavy bat, Safarat used to hit like 6s on extra cover. So that was pretty amazing. So how was your journey, both of you, playing cricket in Canada, and what level of cricket you guys played? 15, under 19, whatever, college. What do you guys played?
You can start for a bit.
Jo bada hai, wo kar le.
Yeah, let's save the best for last. Yeah, that's fine. No, I mean, look, for me, it was all just getting the opportunity to actually not have.
Just 1 second. We are having some feedback. So the person who's not talking, let's mute your mic. I want to just make sure.
Oh, I think that's good.
it's either Aamir bhai or Talha.
Okay, so we'll figure out.
Aamir bhai.
Right.
I think.
That's all right. Yeah, but I mean, as far as journey's concerned, I mean, it's been essentially a roller coaster with them. I mean, I've only really played with the Mississauga Ramblers all the way through. I mean, really, when we first came into Canada, I'm like, where the hell are we going to play cricket? It's not going to happen anywhere, so it's just going to be dead. But thankfully, at that time, they used to have the ground on Matheson and Avebury, where we happened to pass by, the one next to the Big Wella Company. And, saw that the opportunity was there, got to play some junior cricket up there, started when I was, at that point, 10. So I really got a chance to pick up hardball over here. And I mean, the passion for cricket has always been there. Even within Canada itself, you can see. I mean, there's a lot of people that play here. It's just not always been supported. by the facilities that we have. So some of the grounds unfortunately let us down, but I mean, as far as being able to play at a good level, I mean, I mostly play around First Division and some Premier games, but really what it allows for you to do is build up camaraderie. A lot of the clubs here are like a giant family, and I know others can talk about it too. So it just, that to me is the best aspect of cricket within Canada itself. I mean, all these clubs which have been around for a long time have long-time members. Some Ramblers have been around since 1967, so you have like members of 40, 50 years. So it's really cool to kind of get all of their experience, really learn a lot from them, and see that even if Canada isn't necessarily regarded as the pinnacle of cricket, there is a lot to offer over here, and it deserves to grow.
That's nice. Talha, what about you?
So for me, again, my journey started with Mississauga Ramblers as well. I started playing there when I was like 9 years old. I was there from under 13, under 15, 17 till about 2 years ago when I finally joined the Mississauga Dolphins. But in between that, I had the opportunity to play Canadian college cricket with Ryerson. Yeah. So we got to have tours to Boston, Detroit, Florida. We actually ended up winning a championship one year. It was an amazing experience. So I've had the opportunity, luckily, to go at least around and have some tours and get some exposure. I remember when we had the OPL, the 1 year, I got to be part of that as well. So at the highest level I played is Elite. I haven't unfortunately got a chance to play Super 9 yet, which hopefully I think once we get there, I should have a chance. I believe I have the talent for it, I just haven't got the challenge to play. But other than that, I've been saying my cricket, and like my mom has been off spinner, so I've been taking a lot of wickets. I'm really, really happy with that. My batting obviously needs improvement. It's not the best, but it's okay. But overall, it's been a really, really good experience. Like I really enjoy cricket. Everyone's really supportive. If you're doing well, people are there for you. If you aren't doing the best, people are still there for you. It's still like a family. So even with Dolphins and Ramblers, it's both a giant family. It's a great experience. I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah. So for your uncle, did you ever saw them playing, Sadarat Bhai and Safarat? Did you ever saw them playing? Not
professionally, not in a proper game, but I've seen them like to practice OT or just like they ball or fun, but nothing. Okay. We always get tips and stuff, but I haven't seen them play a proper game. I've heard about it. There was a news article, I believe, about Chimamu Safarata, who scored 170 or 90 out of 200 runs. I believe. I didn't correct me.
First game in Dubai, yeah. We didn't get to go and see that one, yeah, but it was obviously we were 5 years old at that time.
So I don't remember.
No, so cricket runs in your family.
Yeah, cricket runs in our family.
So Aamir, the Milton Marvels, क्या कर रही है भाई Milton Marvels?
मिल्टन मार्वल गेम खेल रही है. हर वीकेंड 2 गेम्स हो रहे हैं ट्रेनिंग सेशन के तौर पे, और वी आर प्रैक्टिसिंग. हम तो अपना टीम को कोविड-19 के अंदर भी बिजी रख रहे हैं. अच्छा. जैसे तलहा ने कहा, इट्स अ फैमिली. तो सारे जितने भी दोस्त हैं, वी ट्राई टू ब्रिंग द बेस्ट आउट ऑफ ईच अदर. और आई थिंक क्रिकेट की ब्यूटी यही है कि इट्स अ कंपटीशन, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे यू वांट टू एंजॉय इट व्हाइल यू प्लेइंग इट. मुझे लगता है यहाँ पे ज़्यादा, खैर पाकिस्तान में भी, लेकिन जैसे तलहा मुझे वाहिद एक शायद मिला है अभी जो कह रहा है कि यार आई एम ओनली अ बॉलर, वरना यहाँ पे जिससे भी पूछो कहता है यार आई एम एन ऑलराउंडर. आई ओपन द बैटिंग एंड आई बोल द फर्स्ट ओवर.
Do you like Talha and Aamir? The guys right in the middle. Saad, he trained in ICC Academy Dubai for about 3 to 4 or 5 years, I guess. He played for under 19 Dubai. So he's a pretty resourceful. He's like an ideal condition, right arm leg spinner and left arm batsman.
So opposite of me actually.
Yeah, but I would say go play with Dolphins. No, not Milton Marvels, man. Zahoor, but good friend of mine, he will not let you ball and bat. He'll do everything. So
you play for me, and I will make sure you bowl and you get to bat.
So that's nice. So no, that's nice. So what do you guys think? I don't know. So I have this feeling if England did not bowl well tomorrow, and West Indies got like 100+ lead, they'll be looking, really good to get this test. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it's gonna be dry tomorrow and sunny. I think they'll be able to get easy runs after the first few overs.
Yeah, I didn't get this. I didn't saw the later on game. How was that James Anderson was bowling? Was there any swing or anything?
Yeah, he I think he was better than Jofra Archer. As like we mentioned today, he got 3 decisions going his way from the umpire. 2 of them were overturned, but the third time lucky for LBW. So he got a bit of line length. He got his line length correct. He got movement in and out from the left-hander of Campbell, and he bowled quite well to Brathwaite as well. I think he was very good today.
All right, so we have been joined
How's
by
it going,
one of
guys?
the fastest bowler in the GTA area. My very favorite, very personal favorite, Arsalan. Arsalan, can you hear us? Arsalan, can you hear us? Arsalan, आवाज आ रही है? नहीं आ रही है. Arsalan has to, I think, exit करके वापस आ जाएं. कोई और बोल के देखो. Arsalan का आवाज आ रही है?
Can you hear us?
पर्दा कर लिया Arsalan ने हमसे. Arsalan?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
How are you guys doing?
We are pretty good.
You got hyped up to this level. Tell us about yourself, man. One of the fastest bowlers in the GTA.
Oh no, man, thank you. I'm decent. I mean, I can hurl a few.
Yeah. नहीं हमने एक we had a Mississauga Sports Festival about 3 years
I
ago.
can't hear Farrukh bhai. I think he's saying something, but
You cannot hear me? Arham?
G,
I can hear you, Farrukh bhai. I don't know.
can you hear me?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, I think it's something with his connection. Then.
मैं चलो मैं दोबारा आ जाऊंगा कोई मसला नहीं है सर. You guys can keep talking. I'll be back. Arham?
Arsalan, you play for which team?
I've been playing for many teams in GTA, but for TND, I've been playing for Lords,
Okay.
and we have this BPL team together where me and Haris and Talha are in Snakes, Rambler Snakes. Though this year I was in a different team, but
Arsalan
yeah,
left us. He ditched us. He thought we weren't good enough for him.
Decided he wanted to be
no,
a
I
captain
thought you were
elsewhere.
too good. I thought you guys were too good, so I left.
This guy.
I'll be making a return though. Don't worry.
Okay, there we go. So he came back. It's like Shahid Afid, he always retired and comes back.
No, I mean, as he's talking about the BPL side, I mean, that's the indoor league that goes throughout the winter season, right? We play at Invader Crescent on there. Gives you a great opportunity to kind of keep yourself fit as far as cricket's concerned. It's a fast-paced game on there. And, I mean, now it's a lot more about placement and hitting walls where the pace of Arsalan can really bother the other batsman on there. He was, the leading wicket taker this year, best economy rate as well. So, massive season for the man.
Yeah. Thank you, Haris bhai. Yeah, I found that it really hones the.
Do you guys enjoy playing indoor cricket or is it fun?
Well, I think we have so much time off from summer, right?
Yeah.
And there's literally nothing else going on. So winter cricket is a good way to, keep yourself in the skill and just keep going. And I just found it that I could hone my skills better when I'm also training indoors and playing games.
Arsalan, can you hear me now?
Yes.
सही है. अगर मेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही है ना फिर बाहर हो जाते प्रोग्राम से तुम.
Dictatorship है यहाँ.
कोई डेमोक्रेसी नहीं है यहाँ पे. सिर्फ डिक्टेटरशिप. नहीं. Arsalan is, and I was saying in 2017 we have this competition called fastest bowler or the fastest pitch. So Arsalan won that competition. He was bowling with 85 miles per hour.
Wow.
Wow.
And I think he was either close or very close to Cecil Pervez or something like that. I remember. 3 साल हो गए इस बात को. So
Yeah. It's been a while.
Arsalan, so what do you say about this England West Indies team? Who's your favorite bowler?
Oh, I love it. My favorite has been Gabriel, Shannon Gabriel. He's a workhorse, and I really like the intensity that he comes in with every ball. And he's just my pick from the recent squad for the West Indies fast bowling. But of course, I'm also a big fan of Anderson, the way he swings the ball and how he's so resilient throughout the years. And it's been exciting to see him back.
या तो मैं देखता रहता हूँ फलान you do a lot of like exercise and तुम और रिजवान चीमा 2 बंदे हो सिर्फ इस वक्त जो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सरसाइजेस कर रहे हो तो ये कि नहीं रिजवान हमारा जो है वो दोस्त भी है और इज लाइक अ लेजेंड यार तो क्या क्या इरादे हैं इस दफा अगर कोई
नहीं मैं भी I'm also looking at Rizwan Bhai and he constantly motivates me as well and we do keep in touch and I do keep in touch with a number of other Canadian players as well. So they all keep motivating me to, rise up to the level, if anything. And that's why I keep doing it in
GTA circle. Which teams do you play for?
There are about 8 different teams that I'm playing for in one season. So I have an Excel sheet that I literally divide up and make my schedule on.
Yeah.
So a lot of teams. So that's how I know everyone around the league.
नहीं वो गेम तो सही है तुम वो किट कैसे मैनेज करते हो यार इस मैच में ये कैप कपड़े पहन के जाने हैं आज
वो मैं प्लान करता हूँ I planned it out before.
हर मैच में प्लेयर से एक उड़ा लेता है
yeah pretty much.
This is nice. No, that was just fun. तो बाकी अरम सीरियस किस्म के क्वेश्चन तुम पूछते रहो यार I was just because I was
already सीरीज के ऊपर तो काफी ऑलरेडी बात हो चुकी है
नहीं local cricket is my passion. We started Sports Trend and we got help from local people and all the clubs and leagues. So now we are going towards more nationals. But no, the heart and soul of Sports Trend is always local cricket, which is amazing. That's why like we want to involve more people like Talha, Haris. और दूसरा हमारा ये कि जो हम देखते हैं कि the people are like really participating big time in some different groups. हम उनको पकड़ के टीवी पे ले आते हैं कि अब और बात करो so no it's all good so
I think it's a great thing that Sports Trends is everywhere. I play a lot, so I know that you are always at the different kind of events, and I think it's good to promote local talent. I mean, how else are we gonna get a platform to rise ourselves up, right? It's a good thing to have that.
That's yes. The plan.
Yeah.
So Saad,
it's a great initiative.
So you're the raw talent, right? And you have opportunity to play for. So what do you think? Like which leagues you want to play and which club would you like to join?
I haven't really made any decision yet. Obviously, I was looking towards the summer to really like get into more of the cricket, but because of the circumstances that have happened, I think everything like it's been put on hold. Like most of the clubs took a long break. I'm not sure if they're back yet. So a lot of the tournaments and games also aren't happening at the moment. So because of that, like cricket, it's quite on a hold right at the moment.
Okay. Right. So how are you guys keeping yourself fit in the COVID time?
खेलना है तो मुझे बताओ. In a team, man.
Then we will stay in touch.
Yeah.
नहीं मिल्टन मार्वल से नहीं खेलना यार.
मिल्टन मार्वल से नहीं खेलो बेशक लेकिन खेलना है तो मुझे बताओ.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we have been playing practice games. We have been playing every week now, so it's still been going on. It's just you have to take some precautions, wear masks, and be conscious of the social distancing. That's all you have to do. But yeah, cricket's slowly gonna make a turn. I'm not sure what's going on really with the green light yet. I don't know if any of you guys are updated on that.
We have no idea because it looks like competitive cricket is going to be really hard this year. Practice matches, friendly matches, maybe. Aamir is, he can tell you more about MCL because he's very close to MCL president, Mr. Zahoor.
Zahoor Butt, yeah.
Yeah, I think there is a chance that if phase 3 comes into effect, I guess sometime soon, there is a chance that competitive league cricket would be back. लेकिन अगर थोड़ा सा और ज़्यादा delay होता है तो then matches शायद reduce करने पड़े. Like you have to figure out how the logistics would work, how many matches the team can play. और टाइमिंग का हो सकता है कि वो जो 50 ओवर्स वाले गेम्स होते हैं वो नहीं हो पाए, 50-20 हो पाए, but that's all that they are looking at right now.
I think we heard different things, like maybe they extend the season. Anybody has any intel on that?
Yes, I think what they did was they extended the permits that were issued, so now it's, I think, ending in late October.
Yeah.
Which is
Arsalan, like, tell me, like, which league or which grounds do you like to play on?
I found that the Brampton grounds were probably around the best ones. They cut the grass really short, and the ball just seems to travel. And it's really punishing for fast bowlers if.
Which is your favorite ground? Which is your favorite ground for trough?
My favorite ground.
And for matting both.
I liked the Iceland. I thought Iceland was really good for a turf wicket.
Okay.
It's quick, and I think it's international level as well. But for the AstroTurf, I like the, what do you call it?
Yeah, AstroTurf.
There's a ground near. There's a ground near Mavis. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It also has a turf wicket as well, but I like that one.
Courtney Park.
Yeah, Courtney Park.
I think Malton has turf. King City has turf. Rosslot has turf.
Malton में turf नहीं है.
Yeah.
No, it has.
It was there, but it hasn't been maintained.
It has now. Yeah. The only issue is they haven't been maintaining it.
It's an international ground, actually. ICC under-19 games and different games had been played there. So
the old ICC trophy games.
Yeah.
Scotland had a game there or something way back.
Yeah.
I think Danville
Danville is pretty good.
Danville's getting up there too. Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
No,
I played
never
there last summer, and it was.
You played? But
yeah, it was really, really quick too.
Yeah,
but the pitch was staying low, so.
Yeah, I didn't see you playing there, but I saw
that was the only issue.
Numan Zafar bowling there was really nice. Amar Khalid, Numan Zafar, Amar Khalid, two of them I saw. They were like bowling beautifully there. So
see by last weekend, bowling with a short run up, it was really quick.
Who?
Cecil
Pervez?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is good.
Yeah, Cecil's a legend. He can pretty much bowl whatever he wants at will. Yeah.
Good. So Talha and
Cecil actually helped me
for the bowling.
Sorry. Yeah. So Cecil Bhai actually helped me with my swing bowling, which is why I dominated the league this year for BPL. But yeah, he really helped me out. And he always, whenever I see him, he keeps giving me tips to improve.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah, I tried to get Saad bin Zafar today, but he has practice from 10 to 12, so he couldn't join. But we'll try to get him on the weekend because we'll probably do this, during the test matches. So he'll join us tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Because he's the only one who has got a contract for CPL this year. Saad is like, our local hero. He's an amazing guy, very humble, very down to earth. Every single time we call him, he always there for interviews and everything. So we'll try to get him tomorrow or something. So yeah, you'll get chance to talk to him and ask your questions if you want to. So Talha and Haris, what do you guys think? Like, who's better player
between us two?
Yeah.
Oh, that's already been admitted a long time ago. Bhaijan already admitted I'm the better player, and that's never going to change. He'll admit it right now. Again, please go ahead.
Yes. I played with both of them.
Okay, Arsalan, you tell me.
Arsalan. So I'm going to weigh in. I think Talha is more technically sound, but Haris Bhai has the game sense.
And Haris has very short temper too. I have seen that.
It wasn't out. I'm still on.
Yes.
I have the video clip that thing.
Yes.
So freeze हो गया बेचारा.
Freeze हो गया.
That was.
He's shocked.
No, it
He's
was,
frozen in shock.
No, look, hey, when it's being a captain in a tough game, sometimes it just gets to you. But that was, not the most fun moment to be given run out in those kind of scenarios.
Yeah. No, I like those small outdoor leagues because sometimes they're like really tense games. It's so much fun. It's so
Maybe
I think more than anything,
players.
the fast-paced games really prepare you like mentally for the season, right? Harris, what do you think?
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier, it's just one of those where it keeps you in the game, especially the fact that, I mean, it's a lighter ball. It swings a lot more. It requires a lot from the batsmen to keep themselves, moving on there. From a bowling perspective, I mean, having seen so many guys try to go faster and faster on and just bowl bigger and bigger wides, it really forces you to really think about exactly what you're doing.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, at all times you're in the game. So sometimes in outdoor games, people start looking at the roses outside. You can't do that in the indoor one, right? You have to keep on and be switched on at all times. So it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah. So, Arsalan, I have a question for you. It's a tough question. If you don't want to answer, you can pass it. I have seen you outdoor and indoor. Outdoor, I can see long run up and everything, but indoor, you I don't know. Maybe the times I see you have balls, no balls. How can you calculate your run-ups in the indoor game? Because it's very tense game. You don't have much long.
Yeah, it's always difficult when you don't have a run-up, right? So basically, I'm jogging and from like 4 or 5 steps and really going for it. And that's pretty much most of the pace I can extract from like 5, 6 steps. And I can't really do anything about that.
Okay.
So the pace limit, pace ceiling, if you might want to say that, but it's a pretty high ceiling.
No, I always wanted to ask this question. Maybe it's a bad time, but I just wanted to ask. So, okay. Haris and Talha is having fun. क्या बात है यार? तुम बड़े मजे आ रहे हैं तुम दोनों को.
देख चुका हूँ 2-3 विकेटें जो नो बॉल पे लिए हैं.
अच्छा.
No. It just happens. It's one of those where you pretty much have to measure on the last 2-3 steps and get your rhythm going. So it's tough. It's tough for players like Arsalan to do it. So good on him for really improving a lot on the indoor thing every year, getting better, and it's just unstoppable in there.
No, I witnessed that.
You guys,
especially Arsalan is like working really hard with his fitness. He's running on the snow and everything. So it's good luck, Arsalan. So we are already on the 53rd minute of the live transmission, and we want to close it down before it hits 60. So we're just gonna go around for your wrap up comments, and we'll be back tomorrow. So tomorrow, are we doing tomorrow? Saadi, are we doing tomorrow?
It's up to
Not
you.
sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Not sure. We'll let you know. But I definitely will do day after tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow. But so we'll start from Talha.
Oh no, it was a really good. Thank you for letting us be on here. Obviously, it's a good experience. Me being on interviews is very bad. I speak terribly, but overall, though, it was awesome to be here. I really enjoyed the talk on England, West Indies, and the future Pakistan series. I heard India might be having a series too, so England's getting back to back matches. Which overall, but I still think this Test series will be a tight Test series. I think West Indies might even pull it out. So I'm going to leave it out as that, and that is my 2 cents. But thank you so much.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you so much, Farrukh bhai. Thank you. This is it's always great, that local talent gets to come up and have a platform to speak on. And I really appreciate you calling me and the Kirmani brothers for this. Thank you.
Haris.
Yeah, no, but as everyone's echoed, just thanks for having us on here. I'm just glad that cricket is back in general. I mean, this summer has been boring as heck without something to watch. No sports, nothing on that. So I don't think, as Aamir was talking about earlier, watching a Test match with such intrigue for every single ball here, just because who knows if it'll be gone the next day or not. So as I said, I think this Test is really evenly poised tomorrow is going to be kind of the make or break day for West Indies, pretty much untested middle order. If a couple of wickets can come out early, we might see something here, but West Indies should feel pretty good going into the day tomorrow.
Saad?
Yeah, I agree with what Haris and Talha said. I actually backed Talha. I think West Indies can win this series. Maybe 2-1, maybe 2-0, but I think the West Indies have a good chance. But it's also good to see new faces like Haris, Talha, and Arsalan. And it's cool to know about local cricket. Always, you like hearing from players and their experiences. So it was good to hear from the new people here today.
The veteran.
Nice to meet you too, bro.
I think it was a very good program. Or Haris, Talha, or Arsalan, thank you for joining us. And I think we would want you to join us in the future as well.
Yes.
ये टेस्ट मैच जो हो रहा है, it's I guess historic टेस्ट मैच है, और अगर वेस्ट इंडीज जीत जाता है तो और उसको 4 चांद लग जाएंगे. But I think it's a balanced टेस्ट मैच. कोई भी टीम जीत सकती है अभी इस वक्त तो, depending on how well English bowlers bowl tomorrow, it can change. So let's see के अच्छा टेस्ट मैच हो, यही कहूँगा मैं. Interesting हो, last ball तक जाएगा.
That's good. Thank you, Aamir. First of all, I really apologize. I had to go to a meeting and I came back a little late, but it's really special thank to Arsalan, Talha, and Haris. I just contact them in the evening and request to join. And I think I was listening to the program from the very beginning. It's a very serious panel. Serious mean like really serious analysis of the game. So we would love to have you guys back. Whenever you are available for the whole series. Why don't we hire you guys for the whole series? We'll treat you with biryani or something. So
Sure. But $40 an hour.
Yeah, Talha, तुम्हें जब भी बीवी से टाइम मिल जाए ना, जब तुम खाने दे,
आराम से मिल जाएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are always welcome back. We can have now. We have created our system. We can have up to 10 people at a time. So it's fun. I mean, I like more people. Like 2 people just talking for an hour. I don't know, मजा नहीं आता. So love to have you guys back. अरहम पता नहीं कहाँ गायब हो गया हमारा, क्योंकि अरहम जो है ना वो ऑटोवा में वो फ्रेंच जो है ना वो हम लोगों को ओपनिंग एंड क्लोजिंग करता है, तो हमारा प्रोग्राम जो है ना मल्टी लैंग्वेज हो जाता है, 4 लोग बोलते हैं. तो लेकिन it's fun. It's good to see you guys and hopefully I'll see you there tomorrow. Day after tomorrow.
Good to see you too.
We'll come back and thank you very much and have a nice night, you guys.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Bye.